That's live for the radio station. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
One, two, now.
We live, we live, we live. This is episode number 5, man. I'm already up to 5. This is lit. Um, this is the AMF show on Bars and Hoops Radio. I'm your host, Coach J Vaughn, and I got my special guest with me, my brother. Before I oh no, before I introduce my brother, Dot, I just wanna give a quick recap on what took place over the weekend. I did my development league for my young boys and girls at 226. Super successful. We had like maybe 130 kids sign up, all placed on teams, all ready to play, all ready to hoop. We start the training camp next week on the 18th. Training camp is on the 18th. Um, where all of the young players will get to compete. I will start practicing and getting ready for the upcoming league and stuff like that. And also on the 18th, we are doing a men's walk for men because this is Men's Health Month. So we're doing a men's walk on the 18th. We're going to be walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. We're going to Westington High School. And when we get there, we're going to have a bunch of dope events and stuff, city agency games, things of that nature and stuff like that. So if you're interested in participating in that, feel free to reach out to me and we can make that happen. Now, let me introduce to you my special guest, my brother. Known him for many years, dope individual. Um, got a elite resume. You know what I'm saying? You know, my boy was a standout college basketball player, standout professional basketball player, standout high school basketball player. Right now, he's currently a youth basketball coach. Shout out to his youngins that he's coaching right now. Salute to them. He's a mentor. He's a dad. He's a father figure. His name is Jenar Harrison. We call him Dot.
Yes, sir.
Also, my man is the party promoter of the decade. You know what I'm saying?
I knew that was about to be
My
there.
dog is a party promoter of the decade. I mean, we can't leave that part out. And Dot, real quick, just introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know who you are, what you stand for, all of that, man.
You know, my name Jenar Harrison. You know, they call me Dot. You know, I'm from Lincoln Park. I'm a Lincoln Park baby.
Yeah, shout out
You know
to
what I
Lincoln
mean?
Park.
You know what I stand on? All good morals,
Yeah.
loyalty. You know what I mean?
Fact.
I mean, right now I'm just trying to do a lot for the youth in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm just trying to give back. You know what I mean? Do the things that I ain't get. You know what I'm saying? The help that I ain't get. So, you know, I get them the little stories that I be having, you know, tell them times that I played for you. They be thinking like I never played for you. So I be having to let them know.
Yeah.
And even when I walk in and see your youngins, you know, when they walk past me and stuff, give them some advice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to the Almighty Force kids.
Yep. Shout out to my
No.
boys. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So real quick, I asked everybody this question. If you had to describe yourself with one word, what would that word be and why?
I'm gonna say passionate
Passionate. Why'd you pick passionate?
because I'm passionate about everything that I do. Like anything that I put my name on and I try to stand on is like
Okay.
that's what I'm about. So when I say like I'm right now I'm doing stuff for the kids, like I'm passionate about that.
Right.
People think that like even with the nightlife, like I'm passionate about that. You know what I'm saying? Like
the nightlife be lit. I ain't gonna lie.
you know what I'm saying? You know how I go, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and so anything that I stand on, passionate. You know what I'm saying? Even like being a father, passionate about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Everything about it. But that's like the main thing.
Okay. I got a quick story, man. Quick story about Dot. So, Dot, when you were 16, how tall was you, if you can remember?
See, that's when I hit the growth spurt.
Okay.
I went from that summer. I went from like 6'1" to 6'6" in the summer.
All right, so Dot was 6'6", and he loved to shoot 3-pointers. my boy loved to shoot the 3-ball. You know what I'm saying? So me and him made a deal. The deal was, if you block shots and you rebound, you could shoot as many threes as you want.
It's a fact.
And my boy was blocking shots and rebounding and shooting fast break.
And I'm looking at you like you can't say nothing.
We made a deal. That's a fact. So that was a story I wanted to share, man. And not only that, you was 16. You was playing unlimited. You was playing with the grown-ups, with the adults.
Unlimited. That started at like, I ain't gonna front. 14 was really the first. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like people couldn't even get on the court with them type of guys.
That's a fact. All right. So look, I got a segment called 21 Questions where I'm gonna ask you 21 different questions, kind of like rapid fire a little. You're gonna respond in the least amount of words as possible, or a single word, and then if you don't have an answer for you, then you just say pass.
I bet.
We're on Balls and Hoops Radio, so I'm gonna ask you some questions pertaining to music, and then we're gonna tap into the basketball, and then we're gonna get into your journey.
I bet.
That. Who's your favorite rap artist of all time?
All time? I ain't gonna front. If I'm gonna go all time, I'm probably just gonna say Jay-Z. Yeah, if I'm gonna go all time.
All right. Who was your favorite rap group of all time?
Gonna stay in the hood, man. Gotta be the Lost Boys, man.
Legendary Lost Boys.
That's a fact.
All right, who's your favorite R&B artist or group?
Oh man, I'm gonna just go. I'll probably mess around with like Jagged Edge. Group, yeah.
All right. What song you listening to like right now or repeat right now?
I forgot the little homie name, but they be like,
one of them drills.
Yeah, son.
All right. Cool. All right, who's your favorite artist? Any genre right now? That's out right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I still listen to Meek a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Dream Chasers 1, 2, 3. I'm just you know what I mean?
But
I have a hood favorite though. You know what I'm saying? Like a Queens rapper. I gotta
talk about it.
I'm big on TL. Top of the line.
That's
top of the line. That's my guy.
Yeah, Dion said the same thing.
That's the first time I heard him in ISA. I had to ask Hassan, like, yo, who is this?
Who is that? Yeah. He's fine.
I came back the next time. Hassan got the CD for me. I was like, I probably played that CD till it broke.
Yeah. TL was that. He was that nice, man. What's your favorite basketball movie?
Blue Chips.
Blue Chips is fire.
Facts.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Blue Chips.
All right, which team is your favorite pro basketball team of all time?
Yes.
And what group?
I'm a Knicks fan for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say I started really being a Knicks fan that lockout year when they played the Spurs in the chip. Okay. So I want to say that's what 99, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Around there.
Yeah.
99. Facts.
Yeah.
Houston, Spreewell, they all got the boldies. I mean, like,
yeah, you know,
facts.
Don't worry, son. I keep telling you, don't worry.
That's a fact.
Favorite basketball player of all time.
It's another tough one, see, because it's reasons though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna say Penny of all time. You know what I mean?
Penny.
But you know, like I wanted to be like LO.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It was like, I mean, but Penny definitely my favorite of all time. It started from Blue Chips.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
He was the lead guy in Blue Chips. Who's your favorite pro basketball player currently?
Currently, I ain't gonna front. Right now, I like to watch the young kid from Orlando, the Bonchero kid. That's his name. Whatever. Like he's tough. Yeah. Like I like watching him play. And the way the Magic is beating people a little bit right now, like he's tough.
Right. If you had to describe your style of play, you had to use an NBA player to compare. Who would that player be?
You know, I just got this awkward game that I do a little bit of everything. So you know what I mean? But I'm gonna just say a poor man LO.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say that. Like
Okay.
I ain't him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's who I try to mimic my game after. You know what I'm saying? Like
all right, for those who don't know exactly who LO is, who we talking about?
Lamar Odom.
Legendary.
You know what I mean? Legend.
From the town, right?
Yeah, facts.
Okay. My brother. Nephew Sebi.
What, he had strawberries over there?
What was your best basketball career? What year would you say?
I'm probably gonna say probably my senior year of high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. And why'd you pick that year?
Because really from the 10th grade to the 12th grade is when I was blossoming.
Okay.
But the 12th grade is like I kind of really like made more of an impact on the game for myself and like in my name, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that year, from that summer through the whole basketball season to the next summer, it was real big for me.
Yeah. My man Junkyard is logged in live. What's up, live? You up here too, man. Gotta get you up here too. What's your career high in points?
I probably want to say like 40, 41.
Nah, you can't say like
40, 41.
40.
I'm gonna say 40.
You have 41 or it was like 41?
It was 40.
It was 40. You missed the free throw?
Probably.
All right. Throughout your basketball journey, who would you say was your favorite coach to play for?
Don't matter. Like what? Even though you get on my nerves like a muff, I'm probably just gonna say Ra. You know what I'm saying? Like you got on my nerves today, but that's what it was. You know what I mean?
I was watching
it's working, but yeah.
That was funny. Who's the most skilled teammate you ever played with?
The most skilled?
Yeah. Most talented, most skilled.
I probably played with more skilled players, but like the most talented player like that I seen that made me be like put some more work in, probably Showtime.
Yeah. Legendary. Who was the most skilled player you ever played against?
I might have to pass. It's too many, but the most skilled player, like that's a tough one because I played against so many people.
But one.
I'm gonna say J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in high school, he was like different. You know what I mean? He was in camp, but he was dunking from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Like, facts.
Yeah, J.R. Smith. He retired from the.
But he was the Lakers. I think he caught that.
Yeah. All right. What was your favorite basketball tournament playing and growing up?
You know, I'm gonna keep at the crib, almighty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you ain't go through there, like it was something was wrong.
Right. Best female baller you saw coming up?
Slinky.
Nicole
Michaels.
Because
I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah, she got busy.
Tough.
Right. Favorite street ball coach?
Man, I'm tired of that. Yo, man, I mean, like, even though you get on my nerves, like I said, I mean, I gotta go with G1, man, with Ra. Like,
shout out to Ra.
Different individual, man.
Yeah. All right, who you got in the finals this year? NBA finals. Who you got?
I'm gonna say I think the Nuggets gonna go back.
The
Nuggets going back from the West.
Who you got on the East?
I like. Oh man, yo, like I'm gonna just say Milwaukee right now. I think they're gonna start gelling.
Okay.
I think it's early. People like, they still get in the gel a little bit.
Okay.
But once Giannis turned into that different type of person, it's like it's hard to stop him. Man. So we'll see. I'm just calling that now. It's probably gonna change in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll see, right? All right, so now we're gonna get into the history of Dot. No, Harris. We're gonna get into the history of you. Man.
Yo, Gotti, we're not going with Boston. Relax.
I like Boston.
I like that. Boston's cool.
I like Boston.
They cool, but I just feel
I think they're gonna make a nice run.
Man, they're gonna make a run for sure. But yeah,
you don't see them in the East as the finals.
Nah. I just don't feel like they tough. They got enough in the paint right now. Like Porzingis, he's 6-7 foot, whatever, but he want to shoot the ball. They ain't got nobody that's gonna rebound like that. Unless he turned it on like that, then hey.
Okay. All right. Say that. For everybody that's on Instagram live right now, if you go over to Boston Hoops Radio on YouTube, you'll get to see both myself and Dot. Unless you
Facts.
just want to hang out on our Instagram live with us, we cool with that too. You can go on my Facebook as well. I shared it, Boston Hoops Radio, and you can see both of us live. Unless again y'all want to hang out on our Instagram live, that's cool with us too. So we're gonna get into the history of Jenar Harrison, aka Dot,
Facts.
aka the party promoter of the decade. You know what I'm saying? Where we going after this, matter of fact? What's going on tonight?
I'm chilling. I got things. I got to get up early. See me on the weekend.
I say that.
Right, killer?
All right, so let's talk about where you was born, what block you from, what neighborhood you grew up in. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Like I said, I'm a Lincoln Park baby. So I was born over there, 111, you know what I mean? I was there till probably like 1, 2 years old. Then my mom, got her own spot. We moved out over in Springfield.
Okay.
So I was Springfield from like 3 years old through, I'm gonna say like the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And then after the 3rd grade, we moved back over here on this side. But we was on Linden in like 141. So it was good for me because it's like I'm walking to my grandma's crib every day. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm out. So then I started going to 123 on Foch.
Yeah.
And I finished there. Then I started in 210.
Okay.
Then I got kicked out of 210.
What you got kicked out for, man? What you was doing in 210?
Man, it's a long story.
All right.
But then after that, like I went to my mom's had moved to Brooklyn. So I mean, I was staying in my grandparents' crib, but then it was like, nah, you got to go back with your mother until you finish middle school because you bugging.
Okay.
So then I finished out there in Build-A-See. That's when I ran into a couple of real hoopers out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Then after that, I came back for high school.
Okay.
And then I started staying back in my grandparents' crib. 8th grade that summer, I started staying like permanently.
Got it.
And then that's when you used to come see me in the barbershop. That was the chores. Like I had to go sweep the shop, this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after that, went to August Martin.
Okay.
And my first year there, it was like I played JV. You know what I mean? I really wasn't really basketball. I wasn't a basketball holic then.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Like that summer I turned into the basketball holic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Got my man Killer over here. You know what I'm saying? Like but yeah, that summer was when I turned into a basketball holic. Okay. And I mean, I was mad at you probably like a little while before that.
Tell me why you was mad at me, man.
So let me tell you what this guy did, right, Killer? Yo, I'm in a barbershop minding my business, sweeping. So he comes in there one day. I get his haircut. So he like, yo, you hoop? And I'm like, you know what I mean? I know how to play, whatever. So he's like, yo, come to 226. We got a game such and such day. I'm like, I bet.
Right.
Killer, I pull up to the set. You know me, I'm walking in my mind. I'm thinking like, yo, I'm about to get crazy today. Like, you know what I mean? Sit there, the game started. Quarter 1 go by. All right. Quarter 2 go by. All right. He'll put me together. He must start the next quarter. Quarter 3 go by. It's about 5 minutes in the 4th. Yo, guy, you getting the game now. I'm like, yo, what?
How much we was up by?
They probably was up like 30. I said, all right. So I get in the game. I'm like, all right, bet. But in my mind, I'm like, I ain't coming back to this. No way. Come out the game. I think I dodged him for probably like 6 months, son. When he come to the barbershop looking for me. I'm like, I ain't going back. Yeah. Called him one day. He like, so you ain't coming back? I'm like, nah. He said, yo, I'm going to tell you one time. And if you don't come back, don't never speak to me again. Went to Ajax, and I ain't never stopped playing for this guy since then, bro.
Right. And how old was you around that time?
It was like 13. Like facts.
Yeah.
Like facts.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a fact.
So what age would you say like you got really good? Like, and you knew you was good?
Probably that summer after 10th grade. I want to say like 15.
Like 15.
I went to 5-star camp.
Okay.
So when you go to 5-star camp, ain't nothing but the best of the best there. You know what I mean? Like I was shocked I even got the little invite to go to 5-star camp.
Right.
And I ended up going to 5-star camp, and the only person I knew on the bus was Dion. Yeah, like Dion was the only person I knew on the bus. Like, right. So we get the camp, and I never been to a camp in my life. So I ain't know like how it worked, whatever. So now I guess they do stuff like when you play the first day and they keep calling your name, like asking you your name. So they writing stuff down about you basically.
Right.
So my thing was the team that I was playing on in that first day, I knew I wasn't going to touch the ball like that. So I changed my mind frame to I'm just going to rebound and just run the floor.
Right.
So that's all I was doing. Getting put back dunks, running the floor. And, you know, back then, that's when I just started dunking. So I'm trying to dunk as much as I can.
Everybody, every time.
And then, and after that, the draft came around. I was the third pick on my team. So I felt like, oh, all right, bet. Right. And then I came back from camp that summer and I got back to school. And then my coach was just like, yo, you must have had a good summer because like the phone is ringing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So who was the coach at that time? At
James Kearney.
James Kearney?
Yeah.
And this is what high school?
August Morin
High School. Legendary August
Morin.
So out of all of the high schools in New York City, you picked August Morin High School. How did that happen?
I wasn't going there for basketball. I was that was close to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was like I'm getting my grandfather going to the barbershop every morning, get a ride, jump on the 7, I'm at school.
Right.
It wasn't like I never had desire of picking a school for basketball. Like I said, I wasn't really into it like I'm going to school for basketball at that time.
Got it. Big Mark just tapped in. What's up, Big Mark? Shout outs to Big Mark. There go your shout out. I told me you wanted a shout out.
Or the bugger.
Gunna say you was a special word over there, man.
Gunna, you're not gonna talk about Gunna. Gunna, I don't even think Gunna graduated school. I don't even know how he went to college.
You don't know how?
I don't know none of yo boy. Gunna was. Let me stop. I ain't gonna even do that. Let him tell his own story.
Don't worry, Gunna. When you get to the
let Gunna tell his own story.
All right, what's up? All right. So what AAU team or travel team did you play for during your during like that high school time?
And this is the thing is like I didn't play AAU.
Yeah,
I played probably like certain games for AAU, but I ain't traveled too much with teams, and that's where I kind of like messed up because I could have played, but I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know what AAU was. I didn't know any of that stuff until I probably started hanging around these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like I just knew playing basketball in Lincoln Park 4-on-4 all day is how you getting better.
Right.
So I didn't know like AAU, whatever. And then Darnell took me to this place one day with a team called First Press Church. Mm-hmm. And they had a team of IS8. So Darnell took me to the practice one day and he was like, yo, listen, you just gotta, I already told him about you, just play. And then like, we gonna play an IS8. So we played, then we ended up playing the IS8. Like the team was okay, it wasn't that good. We used to play them little early morning games on Saturday and stuff like that.
Right.
And then certain people started asking me to go on certain trips. Okay. So I would go, like Lloyd to hit me up and Lloyd to take me to Albany. And Sunday Express, I went on a couple trips with them, Port Chester, all types of stuff. And that was just like my little AAU stint. I didn't know like, yo, you got to get on the team and travel with them, and this you with the Panthers and all that stuff. Like I seen it, you know what I'm saying, but I didn't know the first thing about getting on them teams. Right. So it was just like,
oh, Darnell. Who's Darnell?
That's my guy DC. You know what I mean? Darnell. DC in y'all language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's my man dog. Darnell. You know what I mean? He was
got a lot of mentions up here too, man.
One of the best shooters like I ever played basketball with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my brother. You know, that's like my best friend, whatever. But he back in them days, he was different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people couldn't stop him, whatever. Well, he couldn't play defense. He ain't stopped nobody neither. But like, but he got crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the top scorers in the PSAL. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he was a first team all Queens. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's it. That's what he did. Slap the backboard. That's it.
What was your grades like in high school, man?
My grades was chill. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna front. Like, I had like little 75s and 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to get by. You know what I'm saying? But and you know, like that's what most of us was doing back then, hooping. You know what I'm saying? Like just to get by, whatever. So 75s and 80s. I ain't fronting like I had 90s and stuff like that. Maybe in gym I had a 90, but
my brother Ike was up here last week. He said he was like an honor roll student until he met you. And it's great. He blamed on you.
I'm gonna give you the. I heard what he said. I heard everything he said. I'm gonna give you the Ike rundown. Right. Let me tell you. First of all, let me mention this about Ike.
Yeah.
Ike could fit on any team. Like if Ike would have played with Cam and them, like Ike is like one of the best defenders I ever played basketball with. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
watched Ike, even when he was talking about the best game he ever had,
Yeah.
I wanted him to, that wasn't the best game he ever had.
What was the best game?
He had 30 and 30.
30 and 30.
Yes.
30 what?
30 points, 30 rebounds.
Ooh, Ike Ewell?
Ike, check it. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, Ike, yo, Ike messed
modest,
us,
right?
but Ike, man, he had me tight. Me and Ike, I had to stop talking to Ike for a while because he messed us up, man. Like, he got sidetracked, and what we could have did, like, we made the playoffs our last 2 years. We got out the first round, got the second round, and then like, he's the glue. He was the glue. No matter if I'm getting 25, 30, Darnell getting 30, whatever, Ike was the glue to the team. You know what I'm saying? And when he say he 94 feet, like, that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, when he was on his chill, laid back stuff here, like, Ike really was like, he was really the glue to that team. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. All right, what kind of what kind of kid was you in high school, man?
When I was
what kind of student was you?
I was always this, you know how I'm just laid back, bro. Like, I always been that way. Like, I'm not the kid that's loud in the hallway, this and that. I was always chill, you know what I'm saying? I might have went to class late, you know what I'm saying? Might have, cut here and there, whatever, but it was nothing like, I wasn't no reckless kid, you know what I mean? Like, I hardly even talked. You know what I mean?
Nah, I remember y'all, man. When I came to I was on my way out.
Y'all was the lunchroom kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like a lunchroom kid, man. You know what I mean?
I become one of those since I was like 11th grade.
I had to pay for that. I had to pay for that when I went to Adams. I had to make up all of those lunch
periods,
all those classes I was missing to go to lunch. I had to make it all up.
That's crazy.
How was you dealing with the peer pressure? You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of stuff was going on. The gangs, the girls, the alcohol, the drugs, all of that stuff.
Well, that right there, like the alcohol and drugs, that just wasn't me then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I ain't care for that stuff. Like, I ain't really started drinking until like I got to college, probably. You know what I'm saying? So like, but as far as like the peer pressure, one thing I can say about my homeboys that I chill with, the Hollywood Herbs, all that, whatever. They never put me in predicaments to where like I had to make them decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they kept a lot of that away from me. So it's like, if we going to do this, say, yo, Dad, now you go over there. I mean, we going over here. You know what I'm saying?
Kept you out the way.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you know how my uncles was. You know my family, my uncle, my grandfather, my aunts and them. Like, they ain't even, they stopped that early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, on some like, yo, you ain't doing this and that. You gonna focus on this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I still was outside. I still played the block. I still did all. I mean, I just certain things I just wasn't into.
Right. That's good, man. What grade you started? Like getting all your offers and stuff from the different colleges.
Probably like my junior year, going to my senior year. Okay. Like, I started getting like I didn't have no crazy schools, but I had mad like Division 2s, low D1s. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so I had to, but it was good for me coming out of August Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was good for you in general, man. There's a lot of people who didn't receive any offers at all.
Yeah, not facts.
So that's a great thing. I feel like a lot of times the young boys they feel like they supposed to get looks from
Kentucky
from
and Duke
and Dukes and stuff, but they ain't putting in that kind of work and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And out of August Martin at that time, you know what I mean, like, who was before you that came out, if you can remember?
Quan.
Yeah, Quan. Shout out to my boy Lay.
John Garrett.
Yeah,
carrying them. They was before me. They was like as soon as I got there. You know what I'm saying? Right. That was Quan show. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So the scouts wasn't coming through August Martin doors like that, but the work that you was putting in, you was in the papers like regularly every single
that's
week.
A fact. The first time I even made the paper, I think I brought like every newspaper from every store on the block. Yo, like,
you still got that newspaper?
I still got all of them, bro. Like, I just I seen it. Like, it was like a little store in the corner called Robin's Nest, and I went in there and I knew I had a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, like the 10th grade, and I'm looking through the paper, and I made the paper like, yo, I mean, like when I took all of them, I'm out of here. Put this on my grandfather tab. This go with me, like all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So, give us a quick recap, freshman through senior year in high school, and then we'll talk about what you did immediately after high school.
So, like, but freshman year, I get there, I started. I was just like, I'm just gonna try out for the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I I got discouraged my freshman year
Yeah.
on a low. Like I went there, I went to the JV tryouts. So it was like 4-5 freshmen that really tried out.
Yeah.
So the varsity coach came in there, he watched the tryouts, and then he tells the JV coach at the end of the workout, he was just like, I want to take them 5 freshmen up to varsity. You know how Kearney used to do, he used to want to get them early.
Yeah, get them ready.
And the JV coach, he was like, cool. He was like, but I don't think this one is ready.
Talking about
Me.
Really?
He told me I wasn't ready. So he didn't take me to Voss. I didn't. So I ended up staying on JV.
Okay.
And so Darnell went to Voss. My man Wayne went to Voss. It was like 4 of them that went to Voss. And 2 out of the 4 I knew definitely wasn't better than me.
Okay.
So I was just like, damn, like whatever. So I ended up staying on JV. I played JV that year. I probably averaged like 14, 15 points on JV.
Okay.
And then I went to the next year. And my mind was so messed up. My next year, I'm like, I'm playing JV again.
Okay.
I'm playing JV again. I'm an average 30 out here. I'm picking up all the shots.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, bet. So I'm in the gym one day, my sophomore year. I'm fixing the net, about to start shooting around and stuff. Yeah. And the assistant coach for varsity came in. He was like, son, why you ain't outside running? Remember, the varsity was running outside on the track early. So I'm like, nah, I'm not playing varsity this year. I'm playing JV. He was like, oh, okay, whatever. So he left. So I'm in the gym getting up shots, whatever. And the varsity coach comes in there. He's just like, listen, son, if you don't get outside and run with this varsity, don't think I'm taking you next year.
Oh, wow.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Dropped the basketball and went outside.
Got on the track.
Started running.
Yeah.
Sophomore year came. You know, my team, we was whack for my sophomore year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, you know, us sophomores and freshmen, we sitting down. DC was the only one really starting as a freshman and a sophomore.
Wow. So
he doing what he do. You know, we sitting there cheering our brother on.
Yeah.
And then, you know, once I guess the coach really knew like me ain't going nowhere this year, he started sitting all the seniors and started sitting all the juniors. The only senior that was playing was Quan.
Yeah, for general.
So everybody else was we were playing. And then I think my good game was also a bad game for us. You know what I'm saying? We played Dozer.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah, showtime. Yeah.
I go in there, I'm like, yo, so I had my little 15 points thinking I did something. This nigga had 50.
He got 50 points?
And this one, his jump shot was a jump shot.
Oh, man.
Pulling from the blue line in the gym.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Quan, like, yo, y'all gonna do something? Like yo, Hood, he had 50.
With show, man.
And back then, I'm pretty sure coaches used to do this with killers. So you telling Show, like, you go get 50, I got $100 for you.
Yeah.
Show put 50.
He go
yeah,
get
facts.
50.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, and after that, I had decent in my junior year. Like that summer was the summer. The summer is when, you know, I really linked up with them, hooping everywhere.
Yeah.
Cam, Cliffy, Dion.
Yeah. And
we used to go places, 4 guards and me. Be them 3, probably Donnell, me. We all over the place from left, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Africa Park, everywhere. Just running the city. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, crazy. And
then after that, my junior year, you know, like I said, I went to camp, had a good camp. Then going into my junior year, I knew I blossomed. So I probably averaged like 15 and like 7 or something like that. Right. But, you know, Donnell was running the show.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, coach came to us like, yo, listen, y'all Kobe and Shaq. Now y'all got to figure this out. And then me and DC, we ain't never had no problem on the basketball court. You know, I know what he going to do. He know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And then that year, you know, we had a great year. Like we lost to my man over here in the in the Queens to go to the Queens championship. We lost to Dozer. And I mean, Cam, you know, doing Cam shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And freaking but I don't know what Dozer did, whatever. We ended up being in the chip.
Okay.
And then we lost the freaking Beast Channel that year. And that was like my biggest competition, whatever that year.
Okay.
Well, you know, I ended up being all Queens. I mean, all Queens second team. I was all city, like, you know what I'm saying? Honorable mention, like on a couple newspapers, not all of them. But, you know, being all Queens was a lot for me.
Yeah, that's big time.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, made the wheelchair classic game.
Yep.
You know, so like that was big for me. For somebody that was a late bloomer and the stuff that I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have dunked on a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of posters.
A lot of posters.
A lot of posters.
Man,
I was never on the poster though, man.
Nah, you.
If I was in the poster, I was on the sideline going crazy.
Hey, yo, my best dunk came from Ajax Park.
Oh no, we go.
You know that?
We gonna talk,
Yeah,
we gonna talk about it.
But my senior year was dope though. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
dope. I think that was my coming out party going to August 1. I ain't gonna front. At one point I thought about changing schools,
Okay.
but then it was just like, you know what I mean, I'm gonna stick with my boy DC and we gonna try to figure it out.
Okay. All right. So you graduate August Moore High School. What's the next move?
That was a decision like I made like on the fly. So
Okay.
now it's like my SAT scores wasn't up to par for me to go Division 1.
Okay.
So it was like I had like 2 prep schools that I could have went to. Now my mom's didn't understand what prep school was. She didn't understand basketball. You know, she's still my legal guardian at the time.
Right.
So she didn't know like what prep school meant for a basketball player.
Got it.
So I argued my mom was down to go to prep school. She wouldn't do it. So now I even had people trying to talk to her.
Okay.
So one day I was playing a game in Roy Wilkins and I was coming after the game. My mom's had just came up from South Carolina. She was at the game and Billy Medley, he ran into me and then he was just like, yo, what you doing? And I was like, yo, you know, I'm trying to convince her to go to prep. So he spoke to my mom's about the prep school thing. And my mom's just basically was like, that's just another year of high school and he graduated. He got his degree. Why would he do that? This and that.
Got it.
So Billy plugged me in with a junior college in Florida.
Nice.
So I went to Broward Community College.
Okay.
And, you know, a lot of kids from New York went there and it was like every year it was like kind of like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
So I end up going to Broward. I went to Broward and I had a great freshman year. You know what I'm saying? We won a conference, we went to the States. And then that's when I started getting like the real Division 1 offers.
All right. So real quick, what was it like going to school in Florida, being a New York kid during that time? Was it like a culture shock? Was it something easy to adjust to?
It was 50-50.
Okay.
It was a culture shock because you've seen different type of people out there. You know what I'm saying? You know how we come through. Yeah. Like on this side of the bridge, so I stayed in we was in Fort Lauderdale. So on the right side of the bridge is the rich, wealthy people. And the left side of the bridge is where Kodak Black is from. You know what I'm saying? So we go over there to get some Chinese food, but we knew we go over there. We gotta take the jewelry off. We not wear, you know what I'm saying? Because it was different over there. Okay. So but adjusting there wasn't bad because at the end of the day, I was just focused on basketball. Like I didn't care about all the other stuff. Like us even going out, like maybe going to a club or something out there, it took time. You know what I'm saying? We waited till the basketball season was over.
All right. Yeah.
So it was just it was like because I felt in my heart, I felt like, man, I know I shouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I gotta get through this. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. So you do 1 or 2 years.
I did 2.
You do 2 years there.
I did 2 fast.
You tear it up.
I did, and I ain't going from my second year. And it was up and down. But then like the last 10 to 15 games is like I just started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like it was like because I ain't gonna front. It was. So what really turned the light bulb on for me, I thought I came back. I was like, yo, I'm going back here. I'm about to have it made. I could chill, be laid back, this and that. Yeah. Now, you know, recruiting, I mean, other kids coming in, whatever. Right. So it was just one kid. I'm going to say his name. I don't care. I never forget things like this. But it was a kid that from Brooklyn. This kid, it was Basil Leslie. Okay. So I think he went to Grady, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But he came out there, but boy came with some vengeance. Like, I'm coming out here. I don't care who's in my way. Right. This is my house, whatever. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing. And then the coach, the coach there was like certain players, he would always just try to like big up off their name that he never seen before. Got it. So the kid came there, the kid like just, we be in practice working out and like I'm playing a 3 at the time. And I ain't go from boy was trying to come at me every day in practice. Coming at me. Guy. So I'm like, so Nick Flagg used to be like, yo, that like, yo.
Oh, Nick was at that school with you?
This Nick had just came my second year.
Flag, man.
So Nick used to be like, yo, that like this thing. All you talk about, he taking your spot, taking your something like, I ain't bet. So I had to be on some different shit now. Yeah. One day we had an open run and it was like 15 to 20 Division I coaches in there. Wow. I knew in my heart already, like he about to come here and he gonna try to like be on yeah. I just got on my crazy stuff before he could even attempt. Okay. So I was wilding on him in there, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yo, he too little for me. I'm just going crazy. Like, yo, dunking that bitch, talking, screaming in his face, doing stuff like that. Yeah. To the point like I'm doing moves and he's grabbing my shirt and my shirt is just stretching and ripping. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like, but that's when after that, it was like, I'm not playing around with this kid for the rest of the year. You gotta sit, you gonna sit down. Right. You know what I mean? But
really show him
who but after that, like, but I definitely had a good 2 years there. And then I think my breakout game with the coaches, we went to states and stuff, and we was playing against all these coaches was there. And in one game, I probably had like 25, 30 and a half.
And a half.
And a half.
Okay.
Like 25 and a half.
So
I had like 6, 7 dunks.
So all of the D1s is paying attention to this.
And then I got mad letters.
Okay.
But I knew what my intentions were. I probably was going to end up.
Okay.
But I had got a lot of letters after that.
All right. So where'd you end up going?
I ended up
next up.
I went Division 2.
You go D2.
I won't go D2.
Okay.
So now after JUCO, me and the coach had a little, issue, whatever.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to go somewhere that I didn't want to go. And we had an issue and stuff. So a couple schools called for me, but in my mind, I knew I was going to South Alabama.
Okay.
Like Dion had ended up just going in. They was already recruiting me from when I was a freshman.
Okay.
So in my mind, I was like, yo, I'm going to South Alabama with Rip. Like that's where I'm going. And then Cliffy, I ain't going front. Cliffy made a play for me. DePaul had reached out because they had saw me in the JUCO shootout thing.
Okay.
And St. John's had reached out.
Nice.
And then I had a couple other Division 1, mid-Division 1s, but once I seen Dion go to South Alabama, I'm like, man, I'm about to go hoop with my boy. Like I've been hooping with him since we was little. I know what to expect. I know he gonna get me the rock.
Yeah.
He gonna get his, but he gonna make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
If anybody else ain't good, he gonna make sure I'm good.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that was it. But then the coach, we got into a situation, and then to go to summer school, I had to go to summer school to finish there. I didn't go. I was like, yo, you know what? I don't want to be around here. It's like, it was a bad choice.
Okay.
But I made that decision. Then, I had just had a kid too. So it was like, I was gonna go home, you know what I'm saying? Be around my kid.
Okay.
And that was like tough too, but I ended up going Division 2. Nice. I went to American International up in Massachusetts. Yeah. I went there, and then that was the only Division 2 visit that I took. And I only took the visit because I'm like, the coach he was the only one that was consistent, like always hitting me about all the Division 2 schools. Like, yo, man, I'm just checking on you. It wasn't even about like, yo, you gonna come here? It was like, I'm just checking on you, making sure you're good, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. So I came home for a weekend, and then he was like, yo, just come up here for a day, whatever. So I went up there. I hooped up there, and then I walked into the office, and he was just like, yo, listen, you see the recruiting board? You was at the top of the recruiting, like my first name is up there, whatever. And he was like, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you choose to do. Wow. And I left there. And then I knew, like, I ain't going front. I got to go back to JUCO for a whole nother semester for me to even go Division 1. I'm saying, man, I just called him once I got back to Florida, and I was like, yo, listen, I'm coming there. Like, it was what it was.
I know he was happy about that.
And he was hyped. I started sending me mad stuff. Like, I was like, all right, bet.
So what was the experience like when you got there?
I ain't supposed to be here. My mind was like, that was like my most depressing time ever with basketball. But I was playing my ass off.
Okay. All right.
It was like I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. Like I walked around campus. I didn't talk to people. I had big ass headphones on. I didn't want to be disturbed. I get back to my room, might go to the gym on a late night. I just didn't want to be bothered because in my mind it was like I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be here. But they made it comfortable for me there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was good. You know what I'm saying? Like the coaching staff was great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they did, like, I didn't even have to ask for stuff because they just made sure like I was straight. You know what I mean? So then I went there. And I just knew, like, when I knew, like, I was going to do a little damage, we played the number 1 team in the conference, the first game of the season. And I had, like, 17, 8, and 8.
Wow.
And after that, it was like, you know what I mean? Had a great junior year. Great one. Then my senior year was good, too. But after that, it was like, man, I'm trying to get overseas.
Okay. All right. So you finished with college now.
Facts.
You head overseas. What's your first stop?
Well, my first stop, see, people don't understand. My first stop after that was getting a freaking job when I finished school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I got out of school, and I'm like, man, I went to some camps, these agencies, you know what I mean? They hitting me with the if, the maybe, this and that. So I'm like, yo, man, fuck this shit, man. I said, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna get a little job. Okay. So DC was working at FedEx.
Okay.
So DC, like, yo, boy, you come over here, get a job, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? I bet. So I go to FedEx with DC. Yeah. Be out there, Long Island, from Conkermont, whatever it is, every day, whatever. Right, so so this is like September. And then I'm doing some little shit in the school too. So I'm like, yo, and then BJ, the Beast.
BJ, like, the Beast. Shout out to BJ, the Beast.
No, first Rod got me on the ABA team.
Okay.
Rod got me on the ABA team. He took me to a workout in Long Island with the X-Men coach Titanium. And Titanium, he already was like, nah, he on the team, whatever. So I'm playing with all these with the Mookie Thomas and Charles Jones and Gordy Malone, and it's like,
Okay.
I never see the floor with these guys,
it's
but
big
I
time
saw the
guys.
floor.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I saw the floor. I was doing what I had to do.
Okay.
And then BJ calls me one day, and BJ was just like, "Yo, you ready?" And I just was like, what you mean? He was like, you ready? You go overseas? I'm like, I've been ready. What you talking about? He's like, all right. He said a manager gonna call you like in a couple of days. So every day I'm just waiting for the phone to ring, like waiting. And then probably like the third day the phone ring, and you see the wild crazy numbers, and I knew. I picked up, I'm like, hello. And the guy from Ireland, so he talked with a funny accent.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you know, we got a job for you, this and that. I said, man, what time to be at the airport?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after that, I was going. So I went to Ireland, and then Ireland, that's when it all really started.
Okay. How'd you do out there? Like,
I killed in Ireland.
Okay.
Ireland, I killed. It was averaging like 22 points in Ireland. Probably like, you know, like 6-7 rebounds. Right. But it was lovely out there. Like I went out there, and like I said, you know, I'm not like, I'm a social person, but I'm not a social person. Like I don't know nobody out there. So it's like I'm just going to practice, playing basketball, going to my apartment. Okay. That was it.
Got you. All right, so let me ask you this though. If we're gonna fast forward a little bit, you're coaching now.
Yeah.
Youth basketball.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Man. All right, so I got an aunt down in Florida always be like, yo, you might as well just start coaching. And I always tell her, I'm like, yo, when I was still playing summer basketball heavy, my thing was like, I don't have the passion to do it yet. I said, because I'm still playing. So like, I can't tell a kid I'm going to give him all my time, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but since summertime, I'm still heavy in summer basketball. I'm still all over the circuit at this time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think one day, shout out to my homegirl, China Vixen. You know what I'm saying?
China, yeah.
She was working one day, and I had went out, and she was like, yo, my job in Brooklyn, they looking for a basketball coach. Okay. So at the time, it wasn't clicking to me like, yo, the basketball coach. She just told me what they was paying.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Oh, I'm there. Hook me up, whatever, this and that. So China, she hooked me up with the job, whatever. I got the job, and then I started coaching. It was a little school in Brooklyn, whatever. So I'm doing a little coaching stuff, whatever. And then something happened with the school. So it was like I had to find another stop to go to. So that's when I went to Mark.
Okay.
I went to Mark, and I'm like, yo, Mark, like, yo, what's up with getting me in 226, whatever.
Okay.
So Mark was like, you want to work here? I'm like, yeah. He said, you should have been said something. So Mark went in, Mark went and set it up. Yeah. And then like the next week and stuff, I had the job. I'm working in there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now I'm running around the school all day, and then the lady like, yo, you gonna coach the team and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm coaching. But then I start seeing little me's.
A lot of different.
I see like a lot of kids, and not to say it like this, but a lot of kids that I coach with is where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't got no studs from here and there, this and that. These are the kids that's growing up in my community, that's growing up on my block, in my park. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing this every day, and I'm doing it. And it's just like, you know what? I made it a home there. So then I'm like, you know what I mean? Then you there, and I see everything you doing. So I'm coming to when you doing your stuff, and I'm just watching everything that you doing. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, cool. This is how Hood doing, whatever. And it was like, that was more inspiration too, because I'm like, damn, I remember I'm playing for Hood, and now Hood got like 300 kids in here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Right. So now it was like, it was doing that. And then, you know, I got my little stepson. He wanted to play. You know, I brought him to your Hood head. I mean, he got to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. So that's how that started.
It's dope. It's dope to see you doing it, because a lot of people who play the sport, they sometimes they I feel like they selfish for not sharing all of the you know what I mean, like all the skills that they learn. So it's dope to see, man. I'm happy that you're doing it.
Facts.
I'm gonna talk about a little bit about Ajax Park. Mm-hmm. Your most memorable moment in Ajax Park. Let's talk about it.
Hey, yo, all right, can I get two?
Get two? All right, boom.
One, knocking Miller time off.
Packing them up. Yeah,
packing them up.
That was a good
like
one.
They was smoking everybody.
I think they went like that was 2 years in a row.
2-3 years in a row.
Yeah,
and even before that, when they wasn't winning, they was at the top of the chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're playing for PNP. You know what I mean? You know, playing for Lance and stuff. You know what I mean? Me, Lionel, Derek, and them. like when we knocked off Miller Time, that was like we knocked off the OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was
The
like
young OGs is up next.
That's
now.
a fact. And
You
like,
got it.
and we still young.
Yeah.
We was
Yeah, I was like
college
was,
still.
Yeah.
We was still in college when we did
was
that.
early 20s.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, we knocked them off, and you know, it's like, oh yeah, we next.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And then
what's the next memorable moment, man? Talk about it.
I think I got like a top 3 dunk in Ajax history.
I think that might be one.
Yo, listen, I never forget dunking. Now I don't want to say his name. Say his name.
Say his name, man.
I did dunk on my man Juma.
Hey yo, Juma, what up, man?
Hey yo, man. I never forget. That was Cam. You wasn't there that game. You was Desert Storm. That was Desert Storm.
Desert Storm, man.
We playing on Desert Storm for DJ Clue, and I ain't gonna front. I think the play before that, Richard Forbes tried to hurt me or something like that. I went up, he jumped into me, I fell into the gate.
Yeah.
Then we came back in the game, and Junkyard got this amazing steal, and Junkyard, like, he just threw me the perfect pass, and I don't know where the bungees came from at this point, but all I know is I was in the air just looking at Juma, like, and when I dunked the basketball and the way he fell, and when I came and hit the ground, and the crowd went crazy, like, and the game stopped for like 10 minutes.
The game stopped for 10 minutes. Everybody,
and the whole crowd ran on there.
Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
think I had to get a new shirt because everybody pulling my shirt. Like, that was like crazy.
That was crazy. I'll never forget that.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
And and that's like 15.
Yeah.
Like, that's the crazy thing. And it was
yeah.
I said, God damn. I ain't know I could do that shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy, man. That's gonna forever go down in history.
That's a fact. And I was like, shush. Nah, but you definitely got to think. I mean, your pops and them too, because they took me on the road. Like they put me on the road. Like, it was like I just knew Ajax and Lincoln.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I knew it was crazy because God bless the dead Don.
Yeah.
Like, Don is my godfather. You know what I'm saying? So
Don.
they was like, yo, you playing with them now. That's how I end up playing with these guys. Like, you know what I mean? We going to left rack. We going everywhere. We taking a show on the road and shotting them. But one thing, it's Shy, like, I ain't gonna front. Shy, he gave me a boost of confidence too one time. Yeah. I ain't gonna front, like, to make me realize, like, yo, nah, you doing the right thing. I remember one time we was going to left rack, and I remember we was playing on left rack day.
Yeah. And
it was crazy packed in there and all that. And I know it's Killer, you know, Cliffy, Dion, D-Nails, Little Shy.
Stack team.
And I'm Little Shy, Junkyard. Yeah. So, you know, we run into Pee Wee Kirkland.
Okay.
So we walk in there. So now it's Cliffy walking in and Dion walking in, and then it's me. So he knew who Cliffy was. Hey, you know what I mean? Shot like, yeah, it's Cliffy. That I like, I know who he is. And then he's like, yeah, this Dion Merritt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know who he is, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, who's this young fella? So nobody know who I am at the time.
Right.
And Shah was just like, oh no, that's the best kept secret. Like, just watch the game.
Don't worry about it. You know
what I mean? Every time I'm running the floor, Cliffy just
throwing it up. You dunking on everybody.
Crazy. Yo, and after that, I was like, oh, Shy fucking with me. Like, yeah, ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not facts.
Best kept secret. Yep. That's a fact.
That was crazy.
That's a fact. Where you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I ain't gonna front. You know how some people, like, they want to go to the next level with coaching, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want as far as coaching, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay.
I just want to help develop them.
What age group is that?
I got middle school kids. So I got, 11, 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to develop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to help them get on the almighty team and get, because a lot of the kids that I got is the ones that's not on them teams yet. You know what I'm saying? So I try to help them get to these certain spots. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like that, and then probably just working in the school, still teaching and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got my youngins, and I ain't
think about taking that director position, man. Like jumping into that arena.
Once I finish school, I'm finishing school right now.
So you're back in school right now, currently?
Yeah, it's my last semester.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Nice. Done in December. So once I'm finished this, like, I got mad stuff I'm doing right now.
Yeah. You juggling a lot, man. Yeah. You that guy though, man.
Trying.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, so one thing that I ask all my guests to do, you have to leave the people with some motivational words. Just don't let nobody stop you from achieving your goals.
You know, like just make it to the point that like only you can stop yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I that came to mind a while ago because it was like I said one time to myself, I was like, I'm supposed to be in a whole better situation than I am in right now. As far as like, you know, my basketball career, whatever I did, I'm supposed to be way better. But I stopped myself because I didn't put the extra work in. I didn't go to the gym on the off time. When I finished in the gym, I'm like, I'm going outside doing this. I didn't go back for the second session and the third session. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, so that's what kind of like, you know, messed. Well, in my own mind, basically, I stopped myself like from certain things.
All right, so would you say that there was things you would, if you could do things over, you'd do some things differently?
Only thing I would have did different in my life, real rap, because this one thing might have turned a lot of things different. I would have just disobeyed my mom's and went to prep school. I would have just made my grandmom's forge the signature, whatever I had to do, tell my grandfather do it. That's the only thing, because I really feel like if I would have went prep, it would have been a whole totally different situation.
1 to 2 years, 1 to 2 year difference with a 1 year.
1 year. I think that me going to prep school for 1 year just to go work on my SATs would have really just helped me develop my game, because all I would have been doing was being in the gym. Ball. I already had the tools. I just had to put them together.
Okay. That's what's up, man. What you think about the whole reclass thing? You with it? You against it?
You know, teach his own, man. Like, I feel like it's 50-50. Like, I feel like just don't abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people do need it.
Yeah.
Some people don't need it. Some people don't need it and they just go back to do it. It's like, I don't think some people, if you freaking 17, you should be playing against 15-year-olds.
Agreed.
I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you 17 years old, you should be playing against the people who are older than you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's
down.
it. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, like I said, if it works for some people and some people it don't work for. You know what I mean? You can't knock the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't knock what it is and what it'll do for you.
True,
you know?
True.
Like, not saying like if it was me and somebody like, yo, you reclass, you're gonna be in this position, I might do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If they can guarantee you're gonna be in a certain
spot. I might do it.
Makes sense. Okay. Social media, man. Imagine growing up in this era.
Man, like you know what's crazy? Because if social media was around when we was running around town, I ain't gonna front, like it'd be crazy. We would be like the first people like on some, probably getting a NIL deal somewhere, this and that.
That's a fact.
Especially the stuff that Dion was doing, and I'm gonna be real, Cam too. The stuff that them two was doing, like
they got deals.
They would have been first. They would have been first. Like Dion, like I sit here and I'm listening to Dion, and I'm like, you're not really telling them what you. If you would have never brought up that game when he had 70, whatever age, I was there. So it's like
he was there.
If you would have,
don't worry, I'm gonna bring him back. I'm gonna have Oya in the room at the same time. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off, but we're gonna do it. Right? All right. So last question. Somebody on the gram want to know. DC, he said he want to know if you could beat him 1-on-1.
I already did that a long time ago. He ain't played me since.
He ain't played me
since.
Yo,
you know
DC, he said you dunking him, bro. You ain't played him since he beat you 1-on-1, man.
He ain't put like this. He ain't beat me in 1-on-1 since we was in high school, and we played multiple times after that. Still my guy, cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Words of advice for a young player, up and coming. Last thing,
just work on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Just don't think that like, oh, I'm talented, so I ain't got to keep working. You know, like I thought like if I was talented enough to get me where I wanted to get, I got to where I wanted to go, but I didn't succeed the way I wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Some people, you know, just work on your craft. Like, just don't let nothing distract you.
Okay. All right. Cool. Man, 60 minutes for my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yo, listen, when the next event? That's what everybody else want to know. What's the next function? What we got going on, man? You know my birthday coming up.
R&B Friday, man. Pull up the R&B Friday, man.
R&B Friday. Where's that R&B Friday?
At Anemos, man, in Astoria, man. Yeah. My man Killer know what's up, man. Like,
yo, it's the AMF show, Coach J Bar.
Yes, sir.
That we out of here. Peace.
Peace out. This nigga Killer sick. Killer sitting there like.